This is Johnston and Packet Tracer Activity 11214, and this is configuring a static NAT, Network Address Translation. Alright, so let's go ahead and get right into it. And we're going to go from PC1 or L1, you could do either or. I'm just going to do PC1. Go into your web browser, and we're going to type in 172.16.16.1. And just click go, and it should say request timed out. There we go, so we know that's working correctly. So it's not quite configured yet because we haven't put a network address translation into there. Now if we do from PC1 right here, we will go ahead and we will ping 209.165.128.130. So basically, if you look at this, that's our router address. So right here for the serial 0/0. So it gets replies from right here. Now let's go ahead and we'll go into R1. And do enable, and we'll do show run. And if you look in here, there's no addresses that deal with network address translations in there. We do show IP route, and the same thing in here. There's just things connected, but there's no network address translation. Now if we do the show IP NAT translations command right here, it'll show nothing, and that's why I wrote that right there like that. Alright, so our R1, let's go ahead and start configuring it. So it's going to be configure terminal, IP, NAT inside, source, static. Here's our inside IP address. And here's our outside address, 164.100.50.1. So that's the public IP address. And we're going to do interface G0/0, IP NAT inside, and interface S0/0/0. This will be IP NAT for our public address, so it's going to be IP NAT outside. And our next step, let's go ahead and we will ping from our PC1 the public address right here. So we'll ping 64.100.50.1. So it made an ARP table. It actually connected to it. And that's because we just set that up. And that last one I did from PC1, and then you can also try it out with L1, just for fun. So let's go ahead and ping 64.100.50.1. And you gotta make sure that they can actually access the web page, which should look like that. So let's go ahead and go in L1, go to web browser. We'll type in 64.100.50.1. It shows that our network address translation actually works right now. And then this one is going to be the 64.100.50.1. And it shows that it works on that one too. And we can also view our network address translations. So let's go ahead and go into our router. Let's do end. And we're going to do show running config. And you'll see right here IP NAT inside. That's for gigabit Ethernet 0/0. And you'll see unserial 000 IP NAT outside. And you'll see the IP inside source code that we put in earlier. Now we're going to do show IP NAT translations. And now it actually shows us stuff here. So it shows it for each one of those there. And now we'll also do show IP NAT statistics. And here it shows us our interfaces right here. So outside interface, inside interface. This one seems like the easiest one to really use. And then it tells us our hits and misses. And that should be everything. 100 out of 100. And there we go.